Hi there, I'm Vincent Dowd. I'm one of the lead trainers for the Market Mastery Group, and I wanted to share briefly my background. Why would you want to know about it? Well, just so you understand where I came from, and maybe you'll relate to some of this. I grew up in Colorado, and I came from a pretty dysfunctional family, and so we had a tough childhood. We didn't have much money. My dad left us when I was 4 years old, and my mom, who did not work at the time, had to go out and get 3 jobs. So that left myself alone a lot, and I didn't have the guidance I needed. I struggled with dyslexia. They didn't call it that back then, but I didn't learn very easily. And I really developed a lot of challenges as a kid, like I'm sure you would understand, and maybe you would relate to some of that. But I've always had this drive to make money, and I think the reason is I saw that we had no money, and most of my mom and dad's fights were about not having money. And I learned about the financial markets only after years of working for somebody else. I was in the Air Force, and then I worked in a corporation, and I did odd jobs, driving a taxi cab, doing all kinds of things. When I heard about trading the markets, I saw a way for me to set myself free, to work less hours, be free, to be able to be at home or anywhere in the world and make money using the financial markets. And when I went to the seminar in Denver back in 1995, it changed my life. They taught several strategies, most of which went right over my head, but I anchored onto one of them that made sense to me, and I just put the work in, and I started to profit with this one strategy. And then as I got better, I started to learn the other strategies, which made more sense because I got better, and then it changed my financial life. So I was able to make a lot of money using options, starting with a very, very small account. I mean, in my 20s, I was broke and living with my mom when I started trading, and it changed everything. And then I became a trainer for the company because they asked me to speak on their behalf since I was executing and succeeding with their strategies. And that allowed me to share this information with over 300,000 people globally and help a lot of people to change their lives financially. But I want you to know, my life has not always been roses. I mean, I've made a lot of money and then I lost a lot. 2000, the dot-com crash hurt me very badly. And I reevaluated. I started to look at more risk strategies to mitigate risk, not just hoping I'll make money. And it changed everything. And then in 2008, the real estate crash hurt me as well. Listen, I was involved in a lot of real estate, and a lot of those were still being built. I couldn't get out, so I got crushed. I learned one thing: with the stock market, you can push a button and be out, cash on the sidelines. With real estate, there's no buttons to push. You're going down with the ship if nobody's buying your house. So this was very profound for me. That's at a time in my life, it hit me hard, and I ended up going and living a year in the forest with a guru studying yoga nidra, yoga therapy, and I learned how to do internal work on myself to realize that the true abundance is inside of me. It's inside of you as well. And once we start to access that true abundance in our mind, in our heart, and we operate from a place of mindfulness, we can see what's happening in the external world much better. And that means looking at the financial markets, we can stop seeing the markets as we are and start seeing the markets as they are. And that's more clarity. So that's kind of my journey. And then when I left the forest, my belief was I always chased money and money would run from you. It's like chasing a cat. When you're chasing something, it's going to run. I learned through the inner work that I don't have to chase anything. It can chase me by changing my frequency. And so that's what I've done. I've worked on my interdimensional work so that I understand that money comes and goes, but if I operate as a rock, steady and secure, money will be attracted to me because it's attracted, just like anything's attracted to confidence, power, awareness, and presence. So that is my philosophy as a trader, that it all starts on the inner dimensions of mind, heart. And once we start with that slowing down the mind, slowing down the body, then we can see clearer what's around us, and it's always sending us signals of what to do. So just watch the environment. The stocks will be there, the right ones, the right strategies when we slow ourselves down. But we teach you how to use those strategies. We hold your hand, we guide you through a process so that you can make the right decisions for you, for your family, for your goals and objectives. And that's the journey that you can take with us should you choose to find out more about the Market Mastery Group. We have free webinars for 90 minutes. All you have to do is invest a little bit of time with an open mind and see if it resonates with you, and it can change everything for you.